Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. As was expected, the US Embassy has warned their citizens to be very cautious and to be aware of imminent terror attacks. And a statement from the embassy warned that terrorists can attack without any warning. And they cited places like embassies, places of worship, entertainment joints, and malls, among other places that are very vulnerable and can be targeted. And Meg Whitman told the citizens that Nairobi remains very vulnerable and it is a city that can easily be targeted by terrorists. Remember, in 1997, Cooperative Building, that is a scene that many have not forgotten, was bombed by the Al-Qaeda under the leadership of Osama bin Laden. And currently Kenya has got its forces in Somalia and they are battling Al-Shabaab there. Duale told us that I think somewhere in next year, by December or thereabout, they will remove the KDF from Somalia. And so we have welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. As was expected, American Embassy has warned her citizens that Nairobi is a place that could easily be targeted by terrorists. In the statement from the embassy said that terrorists can attack without any warning. And they cited malls, places of worship, entertainment joints, embassies, among other places that can easily be targeted by terror attacks. And Meg Whitman is telling their citizens to be very careful, to be aware of their surroundings. And the statement further says that all the citizens should be very careful and cautious in areas which are easily or frequently visited by tourists, other foreign members, and American citizens. And ladies and gentlemen, I was not really surprised. In fact, I was waiting for that terror alert, especially after yesterday, a Kenyan KQ jet was intercepted mid-air aboard United Kingdom, and it had to be diverted to another destination over terror alert because there was suspicion that there was among those who had boarded the airplane a terrorist. And after checking and doing the security checks, the airplane was given a green light to reach its destination. And with that, I knew that we are sitting at a very precarious moment and we can easily be a target because we have been a target before. One person who is at the center of this and I really sympathize with is the defense CS, Aden Duale. Honorable Aden Duale is really sitting between a rock and a hard place, and I will explain to you why. We are sitting at a time when the world is divided into two, because a few weeks ago Hamas attacked Israelites, and that attack, where they killed several civilians, they took hostage several of them, and they maimed others. And this attack elicited a lot of bitter reaction from the Israeli military, and they went ahead to bomb the Gaza area. And this war divided the country because the Western countries like UK and the US openly supported Israel. But Russia Iran, even in the Saudi Arabia, took sides, and they supported Palestinians, urging Israel to allow Palestinians to exercise their freedom in their country. And this is the genesis of or something that has really compounded a war that has been going on, because already you know that even before this war, Kenya has been, fighting Al-Shabaab in Somali, in our borders, in Boni Forest. And there are a lot of reactions that we are unable to contain them. But I think our soldiers are doing a good job. And so when William Ruto came up and took side, because he condemned the attack by Hamas, many experts said that he was opening himself or exposing himself to more terror target, because this war is now being targeted to allies of the West. Because as I said, the globe is really divided in the middle, the Western powers and the Eastern powers. So after William Ruto openly took sides, I knew we were exposing ourselves. And our relationship with the US and the UK is one that is not doing any better. Then this is the reason why we have become very much exposed, and we've become their target. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine who was telling me that as a Muslim, when you attack one Muslim, they have a policy that an attack on one is an attack against all Muslims. I'm not a Muslim, but I'm reporting what I was being told. And in fact, he was challenging me that as a Christian, we have a policy that in the Bible it is written that when one slaps your cheek, then you have to give him the other side to slap. To him, he was telling me that they have a policy that when one slaps you, that person is inviting war, and it should be dealt with thoroughly. And he was telling me that when you attack a Muslim in the US, it is an attack to all Muslims in Kenya, in Saudi Arabia, in Iraq, in Iran, and everywhere. And the reason why I'm giving you this is because Duale, as the Minister for Defense, is supposed to defend his country. And he's got two hearts. One, there is that one of a Muslim. And if it is true that when you attack a Muslim, then that is an attack against all Muslims, then it means that as Israeli extend their retaliatory attacks against Palestinians, Duale is feeling that pain as a Muslim. Yet his boss, William Ruto, has made it very clear that Israelites are doing the right thing because they were attacked first. Theirs is a retaliatory attack. So as a Muslim, Duale feels that pain. But his work demands that he stands by the declaration of the president, and he should now support Israel. Today, if William Ruto would say that they want to extend assistance, maybe send some money or anything that is going to help Israel, I'm imagining how Duale would feel, because it lies under his docket. And he has to take orders from the president. Yet inside his heart, according to their religion, he has to stand up in support with the Palestinians. So that's why I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, that it is really a very precarious situation for Duale, because inwardly he is burning as a Muslim that there is an insurgency against the Palestinians, but he has to come up in the open, put up that smile, and say that Kenyans stand by the Israelites. And this is what I'm saying, that they are reading differently with William Ruto. They are not reading from the same page when it comes to the Hamas and Israel war. But one thing I like is the fact that in Kenya, we have lived very peacefully, regardless of our religion. We integrate together, we live freely with each other, and this is something that we would want to continue. But ladies and gentlemen, we need to be very careful. In a few days, King Charles is going to land in Kenya, and you all know this will continue to compound things. We are very much vulnerable. We still remember Dusit Hotel. We still remember the one in Western, the one in Western, where they took the terrorists took hostage of Kenyans for some days. So as we walk around, we really need to be cautious, and we really need to be very careful. But again, we need to coexist the way we have been all along, without looking at our religion.